Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on the PC. Let's talk more to the information droid and solve this murder.
Is there any other information you need?
What did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about these planes.
These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need?
I'll have more questions later.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Thank you. Let me see if I can switch out my party. Remove you. I'm gonna add Mission and Zelbar. Because I like them, they're cool. I'm gonna give him any better weapon. What? I can't give you anything armor-wise. Well, let's give you the heavy combat suit. The heavy blaster. And just another heavy blaster. Alright, cool. Give them a chance to stretch their legs. I got the Wookiee.
What?
And I got the Twi'lek out, and now you better be careful.
How can I be of further assistance?
What did you see happen?
Well, actually, I didn't see anything. I was over across the bridge. I heard a shot and came over. I can tell you I was sure surprised to see Calder's body lying there. I just got here when I saw Rickard coming out of the rocks holding his blaster. I was terrified. I had no idea what he was going to do, so I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave. Master Balut came out here with his droid and started questioning us. I think he really doesn't understand what's going on. I hope that you'll be able to make a more informed decision and get me out of here soon. I have things I have to do.
I want to ask you something else.
How can I be of further assistance?
Why were you out here?
I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there.
Do you often run around these plains?
Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say.
You're holding your side. Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that.
That's all for now.
Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know?
What did you see happen?
Well, I was out hunting Irias south of here, and I saw one over by the bridge. The sun was pretty much right behind it, though, so I couldn't see it none too clearly. I shot, and when I came over here, I found Handon standing over the body, holding his side. There wasn't an Irias in sight, and I think he might have taken it. Calder must have been hunting it himself, because there was a rifle lying close to the body. Bullock's got that now. Mine, too. I want that back.
I want to ask you something else.
So, what do you want to know?
Why were you out here?
I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, and pow, it went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now?
I want to ask you something else.
So, what do you want to know?
Baluk saw you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious.
That's all I want to know for now.
Right.
Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Why did you apparently show up from behind with a blaster?
How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
I want to discuss the murder.
Tong nabung siya nununya, tong haitwam jiji lumpa, nita po tikito, dolpa da muchashat pakat.
I think Handon is lying.
Akupa chekopa, G.
He didn't mention the weapon found by the body.
Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi, wana kun bez ching. Jedo ba the wana ni di bobo, tong nabung siya ta kung jus tak miki grabel mogo, kachichu ita bodunga, tolbabang.
I know who is lying now.
Jedo ba the wana ni di bobo.
Handon is lying. He was here at just the right time.
Kachikun ita hodonga, iking kuno pamulera chikun. Muchashat pakat, jedo badawana ni dibobo, ta kunjus tak miki grab.
I know who is lying.
Jedo badawan.
Rickard is lying.
Akupa.
There are no Iriaz for him to hunt out here.
Ronda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Muchashat ta kunjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kat. Jedo.
It was cloudy here. There was no sun glare.
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandonan chuchut. Ta kunjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bo. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulerachi. Muchashat pakat.
Oh, this quest is fucking tedious. Okay.
So, what do you want to know?
Did you know the victim?
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slimeball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife.
I want to ask you something else.
So, what do you want to know?
Why would someone want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy.
That's all for now.
Right.
How can I be of further assistance?
Did you know the victim?
I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
No one says you killed him yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him?
I want to ask you something else.
How can I be of further assistance?
Why would someone want to kill him?
Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him.
That's all for now.
Of course, of course. Listen, if you need...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Huh?
Yes?
I want to discuss the murder.
Ronda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching ka chi kun ita hodonga. Yeking ronda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun be.
Handon is lying.
Ronda.
He does not seem like a businessman.
Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Ronda di hotonga kun hung. Tong hai dwam.
He was probably stalking him.
Jeda badawana nidibo. Mucha shak pakat. Ronda di jeda badu tong hai dwam jiji jum blum. Ronda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Ka ronda di ho. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Iki mucha shak pakat.
Oh, this is fucking tedious as hell!
Is there any other information you need?
What can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
Can you tell me about Calder and Rickon?
According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettick about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
They had a fight over business matters.
Ka-chi-kun ita-hodonga. Iking-kuno bamulera-chi-kun. Svimo-podona. Ta-kum-just-tak-miki. Grabel-moko. Ka-chi-chu ita-bodonga. Tolbabank. Wale-oganda-naru. Ka-chi-kun ita-hodonga. Iki. Muchashak-pakat.
Oh my god! Why is this so fucking detailed?
So, what do you want to...
What about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's.
I'm gonna ask you something else.
So,
You thought Calder was cheating on you. Was cheating you.
now I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
You can deny it, but there was bad blood between you.
Right.
Alright.
How can I be of further assistance?
What do you know about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance?
You knew Calder better than you admit. You rented a speeder with him.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Punch his face in? Why?
My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime.
That's all for now.
Of course, of course. Listen, if you...
Oh, you... that's some... you...
Is there any other information you need?
Is there a report of Handon's blaster being stolen?
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need?
What can you... Tell me about the weapon found at the scene.
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very
Let's go report to Upa Chupa here.
Akupa Chekupa?
Want to discuss the murder? The blaster is Handon's. He lied about it being stolen.
Runda di Hodonga kun Hunkabi. Kachi kun Ida Hodonga. Muchashat Bakat.
But I have something else to tell you.
Taku.
I gotta talk about the fucking blood, even though... never mind. The motive, but whatever.
So, what do you want to know?
Sure, why did you...
Right.
We gotta talk to the freaking droid again.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need?
This is so fucking poor.
Very well.
This fucking talking to people. It's almost been 20
Okay,
minutes of
further
just talking to
assistance.
these idiots. You wanted to kill Calder for having an affair with your wife.
Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. Oh, no. I hope you don't find that incriminating. Normally, I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Neddick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault, for I was just out running, trying to...
That's all for now.
Of course.
And turn, and walk, and talk to this guy.
So, what do you want to know?
Nothing.
Right.
Oh, fuck, so much talking. I'm so bored of this. And this Upa Chupa idiot. I hate these Upa Chupa idiots. I want to discuss the murder.
Tong abom sha umina. Wanga kun best king.
You belong to the victim.
Runda di Hodonga kun Hunkabi. Wana kun best.
It's Handon.
Akupa Chekupa? Gino.
He's clutching his side.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamu.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong na bungsha ni nunya. Tong patukashmak talea. Ka chikun ida haldonga. Iking kuno pamulera chikun. Simo podonar.
I agree.
Mucha shak paskant. Kieno no namapaole rachikun.
Good. I assume I am permitted to leave now?
You can go now.
What? No, damn it!
Shagji locha wana wama? Kava volpa mulji gumuna.
No, if I'm going, I'm gonna take him with me. You don't know anything about what happened.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I came out here to kill Calder. The hut spawn was funneling credits from our business, and we were going under because of it. But if I'm getting caught, I'm not going to go down by myself. You two idiots let the real killer go.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel moglo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru.
You never gave me the opportunity to say, you fucking Oopa Chupa dumbass!
Tong haitwam jiji jumplumpa. Nita poe tikito.
Yes, you green-skinned nerf herder.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi.
I came out here to kill Calder. And when I saw someone over by the bridge, I shot him. But Handon had already killed him.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel moglo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank tong haitwam jiji jumplumpa. Nita poe achuta. Wonga kun.
Oh my god, that was such a waste of fucking time! I hate this fucking Oopa Chupa! Fucking Oopa Chupas. I hate Oopa Chupas. You're fine, Mission. I don't hate you. But, oh my god, I hate fucking aliens so much! Why do they have to talk stupid? So irritating! Condescending fucking tail-headed motherfucker. God, I hate Twilight. Oh, it's 20 fucking minutes down the drain on that waste of time quest. Holy shit. Tali grounds. No, this is Sandro grounds. I don't think I've ever been here before. Yeah, probably some gang or other. I'm getting really tired of cat hounds now. Die, Mandalorian! There's that one Duro's not even doing anything. Well, it wasn't a cat hound, so that's a benefit. Fucking cat hounds, I'm so tired of them. Bear kid. Why do you even have an empty container? Oh, good, more calf hounds. Oh, it's a droid. Is that the droid we're looking for?
Thank you for taking the Master Jedi. I am C-842, a personal assistant droid.
Personal assistance droid.
As I said, I am C-842, a personal assistant droid. Although in recent months the assistance I render seems to have taken on a disproportionate significance.
Are you Elisa's droid?
Did she send you to find me? Please do not tell her you saw me.
You running from her?
Yes, but I have my reasons. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her.
All the time?
You don't want to know.
I do not. Probably not.
She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds.
You sought them out?
I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me?
I really have no idea what to do here. Aha. KOTOR. Dantooine. Droid. See what the right answer is, because I honestly don't know. Okay, guess we have to kill him. Fine, I'll destroy you and tell her why you did it.
Thank you, kind sir. You have my eternal gratitude.
That doesn't really feel like a victory of any kind, but whatever. Crystal Cave. A Kenrath. At least it's not a Cathound, right? Oh, it's a big bug. Lovely.
Take that!
Crystal formation. I didn't see. Lightsaber crystal. For fuck's sake, do I have to fight all this shit right now? Really?
You'll never get it!
It's hardly innocent, but whatever. Remains. I'll take all that, thank you. Let's see what I got. If you could somehow organize my inventory. Okay, Bondar. A red crystal, yellow crystal, blue crystal, Rubat crystal, green crystal. Yeah, we should probably go back to the Enclave now if we can. Turn to the Ebon Hawk. That's cool. Mission seems rather distant. You should talk to her. Speak to Mission.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's just, it's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you.
Alright, that's good to know. Security droids. There's a Jedi. Jedi. Attack mercantile. Ooh, sure. Armor?
Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolbi.
Fucking Upachupa.
Ronda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Dong na bung sha. Mucho shak pakat. Kiye no nama. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Yiking achuta. Wonga.
Let me see what you have for sale.
Jeda badawana. Mucho shak pakat.
Military combat, battle armor, light battle armor. Buy this. Arisen's utility belts. Seen a strength amplifier. Useless Pazak Jurgen Cultist assault rifle. I'll take that. Anything else you got?
Cool.
How did you know that?
Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Ronda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun mucho shak pakat.
I doubt the order would approve of such a transaction.
Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Yiking kun ronda di hodonga kun hunkabi.
He makes a good case. It's not like you'd be stealing or killing anyone or anything.
Tong abog sha umninang. Wanga kun bis king balemur. Chi gratug loda. Bograshi oniu kompa chintono muchuba achuta. Wonga.
Think I'll be going now.
Ronda di hodonga.
Tabistubong konki pangpa. Chingpalachis.
What do you have in stock?
Rundi hadonga.
Your droids. Yay. Okay.
Tabistub.
What do you know of the Mandalorian Raiders?
Chipedwana ni bobo. Mucha shak pangpa. Inking achuta.
I'll be going now.
Achuta.
It is difficult but worthwhile.
Ronda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Jeda badawana ni di bobo.
Fucking Oopa Chupas. Maybe Belaya has something to say to us now.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this you deserve the highest praise.
Thank you.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order.
Have you spoken to the Council?
I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light.
So where's Quattro now?
After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. back to the light. When I left, Quattro knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
Hey, I'm glad to see you're not getting hung up on all this. The past is in the past, you know?
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
Okay. Hope I actually completed my proper quest properly. Can't quite remember. A good Nupachuba who speaks real language.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quattra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our order.
Yay! I didn't see a robe, I'm assuming. Ah, yes! We're a Jedi! Just, got my breath mask. There we go. Da 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 da. There we go. Not purple yet, but it's on its way.
I have nothing left to teach you, Padawan, though a Jedi is ever learning. Even the Masters know their training is but in its infancy. Now is the time for you to seek wisdom outside the training chambers. The lessons that yet await you are to be found beyond the walls of this academy. You should speak to the Council, Padawan. Now that the first stage of your training is complete, I am certain they would be eager to have you aid us in our struggle against Darth Malak and the Sith.
Okay, let's talk to Vrook first.
I must congratulate you on your actions. You have saved Juhani and brought her back into the Order, and have given us all great hope for your future success. May the Force be with you as you continue your training.
Oh, thank you, Vrook. Aw, you're nice, actually.
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malik may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malik were looking for.
I'd like to ask him questions.
A Jedi must ever be seeking knowledge. Bastila will be a great The way ahead will...
Bastila. Karth.
I demand justice! The Sandral family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
I shall look into it at once.
If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course, but the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
Not to mention that I wouldn't mind getting out of this enclave for a bit. I mean, come on, how bad could it be?
Okay, Karth. You get the Akani Fiber. No, you don't get the Akani Fiber. You get the Sinagar Warsuit. Give you an Arcanian Energy Shield. Okay, those gauntlets are going to give you Moral Amplifier. Those. Your lightsaber. Amplifier. Okay, you're suited up. I'm gonna take Calrissian's utility belt. We're heading back out. Karth, the hell are you? Oh, there you are. Come on, Karth, you can make it! You got this! Karth! Alright. Let's try to give some peace of mind.
How may I be of assistance, Master Jedi?
I am not a Jedi Master yet.
Ah, but you are still a Jedi. How may I be of assistance?
Sorry, Van Gogh. Who are you?
My name is...
A pleasure.
Live on...
Mandalorian's here?
Ever since the Republic beat them with the Sith invasion, the Jedi are even they're worried that he might even be Is there anything else?
I must be going now.
Farewell, then.
I think he's just information. John! Jedi, get out of my way. John.
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet?
I killed some of them on the plains.
Good. Good. put them down like the animals they are. But now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must find him and kill him too.
We'll come back when I find their leader.
Thank you, young Jedi.
My droid is still missing. I can feel him like a hole in my aching heart.
I'm afraid your droid has been destroyed.
My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be happening. I can't bear to live without him.
That settles that. Path south. The Grove, into the Grove. Now, I think we'll go into this compound next time. Till then, I have been Merrick D'Amato, and may the Force be with you. Ciao! Hi! Thanks for watching. This has been played and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato. The art was by Rafael Agrona. You can find a link to their commission page in the description below. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time. Ciao!